Y'all, I wasn't ready. I was not ready for the timer to go up. I was all in it. So I sent out the email to Toby I needed to send, and I was getting ready to do some things. So, Robin, welcome back, my friend. I am so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you, and thank you for the Octomuse redeem. Okay, I hope that Molly, you made it back to the sprints, the other YouTube piece. So Molly, if you're out there, please let us know you're still with us. Um, let's see. Let me scroll back. Lachtigal said the plot of their book so far: a mercenary was hired to get a hijacked ship back. She met up with a company representative in Cuba, and together they followed some leads, but then got separated. The company. Wait, we're feeding the dragon. Huzzah! Thank you, Rose, for feeding the dragon. All right. Let's see. They followed some leads, but then got separated. The company rep infiltrated the pirates, while the mercenary took down a corrupt police station. Now they reunited for a showdown in the pirate hideout, but an explosion destroyed the entire island. Surprisingly, the pirate captain they just defeated saved their lives. Interesting. That sounds fun and adventurous, and lots of things happening. It sounds awesome. Good for you. Huzzah! Sophia wrote 162 words. Excellent job. Robin says, "Hi." Rose says, "Also truly appreciate your enthusiasm, Sophia. It's not entirely sunk in yet, but I'm feeling so impostery." So if y'all have not heard, our very own Rose Evenstar, she got her agent earlier in the year. It was early in the year, late last year, about a year ago ish. And she's been out on submission through her agent for the whole year, and she was getting a little down in the dumps, but she got picked up by Turner. Is it Turner Publishing? Which is a small, mid-sized press, right? So you are not an imposter, Rose. You've never been an imposter. You're exactly who you should be. Sophia says, "I think I figured out the snag in my plot. It wasn't so much a snag as an opportunity I realized I had in the plot if I could figure out how to work it out." I like that. Anita's nearly done with the article. Yes. And Robin's congratulating Rose. Oh, that's right, you did. It was it was at Multiverse where you signed the agent contract. I remember that now. Lachtigal also found a beta reader to go over what they've already written. It scrolled. We've had 2 sessions so far. Awesome. We're up to chapter 5, and I have a few things to work on now to improve my writing. That's awesome. Huzzah! Rose says, Turner Publishing, they have traditionally done a lot of nonfic and memoirs and stuff, but have 5 to 6K titles out. Wow. Ramping up their commercial fiction. They've been great to work with so far. That is awesome. Yay. Yes, and okay, you need to tell us what it felt like when you saw your name in Publishers Weekly. So if y'all didn't see Rose's promo post that she put out announcing this, there was an announcement in Publishers Weekly that she was picked up by Turner Publishing. So, yeah, that's our girl, y'all. That's our girl. So, yeah, that's amazing. And so for those who don't know, it's got a tentative release date of next December. So, because it's a Christmas release. So hopefully y'all will be able to get that, get things going the way they should, so that you could make that projected thing. There's still when it's this early in the process, when you first get on, there's still a lot of wrangling to do. So, but anyway, we are so happy for you, Rose, and so proud for you. Yay! So, it's funny because you were feeling impostery during the whole submission process. You're like, oh, I'm not good enough. They're never going to pick me up, da da da. And now that they've picked you up, you're still feeling impostery. Stop it. Rose says, yeah, it's just been wild. It hasn't sunk in. Thank you. December 1st is the tentative release date. Imposter syndrome never dies. That's right. You're right. That's why you need to remember that it's bullshit. Anytime that voice is talking, it doesn't even matter what it's saying. It is all bullshit. It is bullshit. Get rid of it. It ain't got no place here. It ain't got no place here. Um but then who are the crewmates? Yeah, I didn't follow. I didn't follow. Sorry, that's on me. That's on me. Because I was so focused on Rose. I'm like, what did I say that could apply to? So, anyway, okay. But we do need to get back to work. So, I need to email Regina because I need to set up a meeting with her because I have a few asks that I want. Oh, Among Us joke. Gotcha. Yeah, that's not my thing. I'm old. Sorry. I don't get pop culture references, generally speaking, because I'm not at all immersed in pop culture because I'm old and I don't give a fuck. Now, there's some things I get because I do surround myself with younger people so that I can, you know, feed on their life force and shit. So, yeah. But I haven't really gotten pop references since I was probably in my 30s. That's when because I didn't have a television from the time I was probably, I don't know, 25 until I was in my 40s. We didn't own a television. So yeah. But anyway, okay. Do. Let's get going. I've got 20 minutes on the clock. Let's get into it. After this stream, we will take a little break. So if you haven't checked in and let us know what you're working on today, please feel free to do that. But you don't gotta. I'm not your mom. You ain't gotta listen to me. But we do like to cheer you on. Okay, 20 minutes, y'all. Here we go. that's the end of that sprint. How did everybody do? Welcome in, Kayla Grace. Kayla Grace is over on YouTube and is reading today, reading Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I hope you enjoy it. That's the middle one, right? That's the second book. If that's the second book, I hated it. I didn't hate the story. I hated that it's not really a book. It's like a bridge. The first book was really, really good. And the third book was good, but it was like it was two books. And her publishing company said, no, it's too long. The two books are too long. You must make it into three books. And so they just took the middle part. But I hope that you enjoy it, but keep going because like the rest is, it'll get better. Oh, that's the third one. Okay, so you went through the not book. Excellent. Good. I did like the third one. All right, so let me scroll back. Luc de Gaulle said, my plan for the mercenary and the company rep is a lovers to enemies to lovers arc across the entire trilogy, ending in a polycule, ending with the first book's main villain who gets a redemption arc in the third book. I'm in a poly relationship myself too. Hi, friend, also. So, yay. Awesome, I love it. I love positive representation of polyamorous relationships. That makes me happy. Anita said, trying to decide if I need a wrap up for I'm assuming you mean, oh no, list article. I was confused. Or just leave it with the last item. I think you need a pithy one sentence ending. There you have it. I don't know. I'm not that pithy. I'm not that good. Molly welcomed in Kayla. And there's also Lottie Hancock. Someone spread the news. Did someone spread the news? So we got a bunch of new people on YouTube. Lottie Hancock is here. Hello, hello. So I feel like the word is getting out. So yeah, Molly is everywhere. It's true. It's true. And I love that. I love that. Sophia says, I've done almost 500 words trying to get myself out of this very sudden plot hole. Surprise plot hole. Yes. Rachel says to Sophia, has to be out of copyright so I can quote it in the book. Yes. Sometimes if it's spoken, there's a little gray area. If it's not something like that is in a published book, if it's something they've said, then it can do it. But if it's, I agree. Yes, you can't really use it. So for sure. Unless you ask permission. You can always ask permission. You can always ask. Send an email. You're still writing the book. You've got plenty of time. Send an email. Let's see. Rachel is going down a rabbit hole of love letters written from Napoleon to Josephine. When I was in high school, I did my final paper in English or history, I don't remember, on Josephine. So, yeah. Sophia says, have you read the proposals from Jane Austen's novels? Some are pretty cheesy, it's true. Kayla says, I have a different handle on Twitch. Usually I watch your stream from there. Oh, you're Knight of the Cloud. Excellent. I'm glad to have you over on YouTube too. We're trying to grow the YouTube audience a little bit as well. So that's what I'm shooting for. So yay. So happy to have you here. For those who are actually new, my name is Vanessa Junta. I write primarily urban fantasy. My novels are primarily urban fantasy with horrific elements. This is book one. Javaja, that's me. It's a vampire, not vampire book set here in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. And I'm also a professional editor. I've been editing fiction since 2008. I hold a Master of Fine Arts degree in writing popular fiction, which is basically writing commercial fiction from Seton Hill University. And I run the Writers Troupe, which is a writerly support and education group on Facebook, Discord, and obviously Twitch. I'm going to put, I wonder if I can do it in both. Let me see. TWT and the Discord. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn my bot on. I knew there was something weird going on. Let me turn my bot on and let me try this again. I will try again with these things once the bot boots up. But we do get a break. So those of you who just joined us are perfect timing, just in time for a break. We take about 5 minutes. You need something to eat, something to drink, you need to use the facilities. This is the time we have allocated for that. If you have not as yet taken your meds, and you should have taken your meds by now. Let me see if these work. Why are these not working?
Just followed. Yay.
Yay! Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. So my shortcuts are not working, and I don't know if it's that my bot has not as yet woken up, but I'll figure that out in a bit. But if you have not as yet taken your meds, and you should have taken your meds by now, take your damn meds. I'm not your mom, you ain't gotta listen to me, but you should anyway. Alright, we are going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to be right back. If you've been with me for a while, or even if you haven't, but if you've been sitting for a bit, please get up out of your chair, stretch your legs, stretch your bod, move a little bit. Your joints will be significantly happier with you when you are my age. So I'm going to go ahead and... How cheesy are they? Olive Garden endless grading levels? Yes. Yes, that's exactly it. All right, let's be right back. I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the red timer, and I'm gonna go top off my tea. I've still got about a half a cup left. It's a big ass cup though. Look, it's almost as big as my head. I need a new, look at how sad that poor little cup looks. Look at how sad it looks. It's only because it's old. It's like 20 years old. So like it's got all that film on the front from like the dishwasher and stuff. I keep trying to clean it, but apparently the only thing that cleans it are my lips. So anyway, it looks real rough. I'm always embarrassed when I have it up here, so that's obviously why I completely highlighted it for that 30 seconds. All right, we're going to be right back. Meet back here in 5, and we'll get back to work. If you're new to the stream and you're working on something, or if you're reading something, feel free to let us know in the chat what that is. In the meantime, I will be right back. Sorry, Al, I was digging. I was digging that music. Okay, there's a small cat somewhere around me and I don't want to roll her over. All right, 2, 1, 0. There's the break. All right, so there's lots of chatty chat. Rachel compliments Lochtegal. Wait a minute, I must have missed something. Hey, oh, the cheesy thing. You throw metaphors out so casually. Well done. That is a truly enviable skill. If you don't write humor already, you should totally give it a try. Agreed. To which Lochtegal responds, I did actually write the first sentence of a comedy a few months ago, but I shelved the writing idea for later. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth and bore aside because with that, God had created work and his leisure was now over. I freaking love that. Keep writing that. Keep going. Sophia says, I'm going to head to bed. Good night, Sophia. I know I already missed you, but I'm sorry. But good night. Sweet dreams. Have fun tomorrow at your graduation. And see if this plot hole feels more shallow tomorrow. May my skin rot. Welcome in. What a frightening name. Welcome in. May my skin rot says, I'm planning my novel right now. I'm using the 3 acts, 27 chapters outline. If anyone has any tips, let me know. Do not get caught up. Do not get so caught up in the structure that you lose your enjoyment for writing the story. That's it. Some people are very structure oriented and some people are not. And it's okay whichever way, but don't try to bang yourself as a square peg into a round hole, if you get what I mean. Rachel says to Lochtegal, if that was your opening line, it's a really good one. And I say that as someone who usually tears opening lines apart. It's true, she does. To which they reply, that is the opening line, yes, but not for the book I'm working on at the moment. Thank you for the confidence boost. That's what we do around here. Rachel Taylor responds to May My Skin Rot, says, I haven't used that one specifically, and am a pantser anyway, but I'm a huge fan of Save the Cat for learning structure, if you haven't read that book yet. Dan Green's YouTube videos, yeah, I think that's his name, Dan Green, are great for 3-act as well. Lochtegal says the plan for that comedy is to go along the entire Bible and comment on it from the perspective of basically the immortal guy who has to clean up after everyone else. I love that. But you know it ain't gonna be a guy. You know it's gonna be a woman cleaning up after everybody else. You have a really good, like, social commentary just wrapped up in that. May My Skin Rot says, oh my god, I dislike my username, but I can't change it. Thank you, though. What would you like me to call you instead? If you become, like, more regular, if you hang out more regularly, I'm actually really good at remembering people's names once they've shown up a few times and, like, I've gotten their name. So if you let me know what you would like me to call you, I would be happy to call you that. Robin agrees with Rachel and says she likes it a lot and really loves it.
Just followed. Yay.
Thank you for the follow, friend. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, it is super creative. I agree 100%. Like, you've got a brain for writing. That's very clear. All right, speaking of which, let's get back to it. I sent out the email to Regina. I sent out the email to Toby. And I was going to organize my Dragon Con guest thing, but I really don't feel like doing that. It feels very large. So I'm going to switch over to my multiverse stuff because I have to make this year's applications for the Create track, the Learn track, and the guest application, which is really just like copying last year's and adding anything we need to add and obviously changing the dates and stuff. And we're going to be doing a performers application as well for, like, sometimes we have drag performers. Hi. Sometimes we have drag performers or burlesque or, you know, whatever. So, yeah, and our, like, karaoke guy and stuff like that. So, May is fine. Then I shall call you May. Most of the people on Twitch just use that. Thank you so much. I really hope I'll be here more often. It would help me a lot to get work done. Well, we would love to have you here. I stream on Wednesdays and Thursday afternoons from noon to 3 Eastern time. I'm usually pretty good at being here. Like the only time, like obviously next Thursday I'm not going to be here. And actually probably not next Wednesday either, because we do Wednesday's Christmas Eve and we do that at my mom's. And then Thursday's obviously Christmas Day, which we do at my brother's. Unless is Christmas on Wednesday? I'm pretty sure it's on Thursday, right? Isn't it on Thursday? Let me look that up. Doot, doot. Yeah, it's on Thursday. So yeah, probably next week we're going to skip, but I will probably be doing it on the following Wednesday. And I might try to do like some Saturday sprinting and stuff. We also have other sprints that happen at other times of day. But it's not on Twitch. Some of them are on Google Meet. Some of them are in the Discord and stuff like that. So like we have Saturday afternoons, we have Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings. We've got Sunday mornings. So there's lots of different times to do stuff. Let's see. Lockdegal says, I do still have to actually read the Bible for this. And you've got to pick which Bible you want to read, because some Bibles have some things in it and other Bibles have other things in it, or are missing some of the things that other Bibles have. So good luck. Yeah, con season prep. This is the early prep for those of us who actually put shit together. Like, yeah. So, whee. Rachel says, I'm good with names and faces. Well, I'm really good with faces. I'm not as good with names. I'm better with names on Twitch than I probably am in real life. If you'd like to meet the rest of us in person or, Zoom, I host a Zoom writing topical chat on Sundays. Super fun and informative. Yes, Sunday evening at 7 p.m. You will need to join either the Facebook group or the... why is Twitch not connecting? Or the... Facebook group or the Discord. That's the other thing. Why is it not? It is saying it's not quite connected, and I don't know why. Why is it not being connected properly? Meh. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start the sprint, but I'm gonna be testing in the chat. I'm gonna test the bot. So, yeah. So, if you're seeing a bunch of weird shit, that's just me. I'm sorry. Okay, so we've got 20 minutes up on the clock right now, and we're probably gonna go over because it's already almost 3 o'clock, and we've only taken like our second break now. So we're probably gonna go a little late today, which will be fine. All right, y'all ready? 20 minutes. Let's do it. Oop, wrong thing. Well, shoot, it got up to me. I saw it again at 30 seconds, and again, I was in the middle of my brain when it then went off. So that sprint's done. How did we do? I spent the first 12 minutes troubleshooting the damn bot, and I got it to work. It may annoy me in the future, but for now, it's working. All right. Let's see. And I know Robin had to take off, but I hope she's having a good day. Lochtegal says, I also like mystery novels, and I tried writing one several years ago, but it never went anywhere. At the time, I was still a pantser. I was still in school, and looking back, my writing was horrible. Also, when I wrote that intro sentence from my comedy, I made a typo the first time, which sparked an idea for an entirely different Bible comedy. But that one doesn't translate well. I will try anyway. Yes. I mean, always, I think when we look back on our previous writing, it always seems worse because we do it better, right? So I think that's normal. And mysteries are not the easiest things to write, I think, because you have to know how to go back and revise to make sure that you have the right amount of clues without too much information, without too little information. So it takes a lot. It's definitely something that is not necessarily the easiest thing for a newer author to tackle, but it's not that a newer author can't tackle. Absolutely. If your brain works that way, it works, like it's easier. But yeah, it can be real challenging. I need to finish the article. Yes. Still have to proof and edit, but that's a problem for another day. That's future Anita's problem. Hey, Christina is in the YouTube chat. Hey, Christina. If y'all are looking for a booktube mama, Christina's your woman. Welcome in, friend. Good to see you. Kayla says, almost at 4,500 words in Project Cyborg. I love this rewrite, turning out very well. Yay! Also, Christina reminds us to remember even snowmen need water, save progress, have a cup of holiday cheer, and a Christmas cookie or two. I will probably have more than two. Check the laundry, take the meds, stretch, and share cozy blessings with the like button, because the like button loves you. All right. Thank you so much for all the reminders, Christina. Lachtigal says, for context, the German words for heaven and bumblebee are only one letter away from each other. In the beginning, God created bumblebee and earth, and God did a double take because insects weren't planned till later. That's a good one. Rachel Taylor says, still reading Napoleon's letters, it's so clear that he thought himself the heroic white knight of his own story actions. So fascinating. But I'm going to be honest and say that's very common for men in general, even in today's age. They often see themselves as a savior type. And I wonder if he'd won if we all wouldn't think so. Maybe, but probably not. I think in our modern sensibilities, at least, I mean, obviously things would be significantly different, but if our modern sensibilities progressed at a similar rate, we do not see, in most cases, we do not see our leaders as these incredible heroes anymore, which I think is good in one way, but in another it can be bad because we're going very far off into the other direction. It's a pendulum, right? So yes, and there are hellos in the YouTube chat. So yay. Okay. So we're just gonna keep on plowing through. I actually did what I was in the middle of doing when the timer went off was I did go into my Google Drive and I'm starting to make a copy of all of the applications so that I can go in and edit them. And I was trying to save it in my 2026 folder that I know I made, but I cannot find in my drive. So, but I think what I did is I think I made a 2026 in the drive that I use for a different cons planning. So I think that's what happened. So I think I have to make a new folder. Ooh. All right. So I'm working on multiverse stuff today or right now. So that's what I'm going to do in this sprint. I'm going to work on the create application and hopefully the learn application so I can send links to those directors to have them look it over, see if there's anything they want to add or take out or make any changes. Yeah. As long as you don't get 2020 sick, for real. For real, for real. All right. Let us do the things. I got another 20 minutes on the clock, y'all. Hey, Christina, are you going to work with us or are you reading? What are you doing today? Let us know in the chat. All right, y'all, here we go. This time I'm turning my mic off. Hey y'all, I remembered it. I didn't miss it. Somehow one of my things got moved over. So it's now all up in my way. Okay, there we go. Well, no, that's not quite right. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I got sidetracked by the thing not being in the right place. Okay, so I managed to do the 2026 Create and Learn applications, and I shared and sent notifications to each of those directors asking them to let me know if they need any changes made and to do that before Monday, so I can make those changes. So the next piece is I have to create a new application from scratch for performers. So yeah, so I have to do that, and then I have to send that to Kelly. Then after that, I have to start working on the guest application. That's always exhausting because it's bigger. Anyway, sorry about the jump scare for the ad earlier. I usually try to give a heads up, but I wasn't paying attention, so I couldn't. And then, let's see, it just reset my multi-chat, so I have to actually go over to YouTube to see what I missed. Kayla's in the middle of an emotional scene. Up to 4,700 words now. Yes, we love that. We love hearing that. So we're going to do one more sprint, I think. And then we're going to look at rating on Twitch. We're going to look at rating someone. I don't think YouTube, that works for YouTube folks. I'm not sure if you guys continue to see what's going on. I don't think you do. I think it ends the stream for y'all. Anita got some formatting done. Excellent. We love that. Luctigal said, what do you call a pastry that has wisdoms written on it in green frosting? I don't know. Hit me. Hit me with it. Let me know. I want to know. I need to know now. So I'm going to spend the first part of this sprint going and finding somebody to raid. It'll probably be one of our regulars, a 4chan cookie. Wow. But it wouldn't be wisdoms. It would be troll. It would be trolling. It wouldn't. Yeah, it would be. No. No, there is no wisdom in 4chan. I'm sorry. There's not. So, yeah, no. That one didn't work. 4chan is awful. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go find somebody to raid. Unfortunately, YouTube folks, we're just going to drop off. But that won't happen until after the sprint, and I'll, of course, say goodbye and stuff. So, yeah, so should we get into it? Next sprint, feel free to check in if you haven't checked in yet. Although we've only got like 3 people on Twitch, so I'm not sure if we'll raid. Like, y'all who are on Twitch, are you gonna hang around? Do you want me to raid, or would you rather, are you gonna drop off anyway? Because I know a lot of you just leave, like, right when I go to stream, or go to raid, and that's okay. Just let me know, because then I just won't bother looking. So let me know in the chat if you're gonna hang out for a raid, or if you're just gonna take off, and if you're just gonna take off, I'm not gonna be doing the thing. So, all right, let me know in the chat. And let's get this last sprint started. Rose says it doesn't matter to me. I'm day jobbing, so mostly lurking. Okay, we'll see what everybody else thinks. Oh my God, hot flash. Woo. All right, so either way, we've still got one more sprint. So let us let's end this strong. We're gonna do it. Here we go. I feel good having gotten those things off of my plate. So now I'm going to work on the performer. Actually, maybe I'll work on the guest application because that'll be less work. Because I really just have to make a few changes, go through. I feel like I need to add something though that I don't remember. So I also need to go through notes to see what else I need to add. I don't know. I'll decide. Let's see. Anita can stay for the raid, but not beyond. Luctigal says, I'm looking forward to meeting more writers. So that doesn't help. So I guess I'll go find somebody to raid. You know, if a couple folks want to raid, I will raid. and we'll just see. Or maybe I just won't feel like it. We'll see what happens. There are lots of cool writer types on Twitch and on YouTube, both. All right. Are we ready? I know I've said that like twice now, but I'm really ready this time. I got 20 minutes on the clock. We're going to finish this stream up strong. Off we go. Oh, y'all, that was the timer. Again, I was paying attention 30 seconds ago, and then I wasn't. So, how did everybody do? How did everybody do? So I managed to find someone for us to raid. JC Boom, if you are familiar with her, she's part of the Game of Tomes group. She's only got a couple people in her stream, and it looks like I'm not sure how long her sprints are, but it's also pretty quiet in there, which I like. I think she might do tacky tacky tack of her keyboard, maybe, but that's easily lowered. So we're gonna go rate her in a few minutes. So feel free to check in and let us know how you did that round. I also, instead of working on either of the two other apps, one of the things I also have to do is when the apps go live, they need to be ready on the website. So I figured out with the login, like I remembered how to log into the website to go and update it to this year's links instead of last year's links. So I figure I'll do that. Then that way, when applications do open on January 1st, I don't have to be like, it'll be done already. It'll be ready. Just flip the switch. So Lochtegal says, no, we're returning to our normal venue next year if they manage to finish the remodel by then. But you need more space, clearly. I'm just saying. Molly says, thank you for the sprints. Thank you for joining me, Molly. We'll be back here tomorrow. I'm actually going to go over the events of the coming week for TWT right now. So Anita said, I spent most of the sprint confusing ebook and print formats while setting up the layout in Affinity. I'm so sorry. That's so annoying. So, all right, I'm going to go over the events of the coming week as I know them. In other words, as people have updated me when they're not going to do their things. So tomorrow we're going to be back here, of course. Oh, one thing I want to mention is I'm thinking about, so those of you who were on Kelly's stream on YouTube earlier today, I jumped into the hardest reading challenge of your life. Is that what it is? I don't remember what it's called. It's an acronym. I'm sure one of the people on YouTube will be able to put it in the chat. But I only opened it up and joined the Discord, and that was it. But it's really about reading. It's a reading challenge, basically. And I haven't been reading enough. So I'm thinking about doing an evening reading stream. Now, I know Kelly does one on Mondays, so I won't do it on a Monday. I might do it on a Tuesday evening. So let me know what you think about that. And you don't have to read in it. You can work on writing. You can work on whatever you want. But it's really what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on reading. So I'm thinking about doing that. So let me know in the chat if that's something you'd be interested in. Let's see. Christina said, thanks for hosting today, Vanessa. Have a beautiful day. You too, my friend. Molly says, woot, hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. That's it. That's what it's called. And it's HRCYED. Lochtegal says, when you're tired and finally fall into bed, nothing else matters. I need to connect you with Darren Kennedy and Bob Magoo, because they are your brothers in arms and you don't even know it. Yes, Anita, that's it exactly. Molly's like, I'm there. I'm there. So Ariel, yes, we're still here. This is it. We're getting ready to raid here in a second. But if you want to continue to get stuff done, we're going to be going to somebody else as well. Yeah. So, and Christina, BookTube Mama, reminds everyone over on YouTube, but I'm saying it so that y'all on Twitch will also do it. Remember, even snowmen need water, so hydrate. Save your progress if you haven't saved it. Have a cup of holiday cheer and a Christmas cookie or 18. That's me, I'm gonna have 18. Check the laundry, take the meds, stretch, and share cozy blessings with the like button. Margaret Prenard did that last year. Yeah, I saw that. So Molly says, hey, you've got a writer in there who know. Yes, there are people who do know things beyond TWT, I promise. Okay, so let me go back over, let me start over the events of the coming week. Y'all continue to talk about whether you want me to do, a reading stream and whether you would be interested in participating. Again, you don't have to read, you can write, you can do laundry, you can do whatever you need to do. It's going to be like basically a productivity sprint, but I'm going to be reading instead of doing other things. All right. And yes, and I'm looking at doing it in an evening. So, evening American time. So, okay. So tomorrow I'm going to be back here at noon on Twitch and YouTube, for our sprints from noon to 3 or 4 or whatever time I decide to pack it in, but it'll probably be 3 because I have a standing commitment that evening. Okay, but at 7 p.m., Amelia does her writing sprints from 7 till 9. She does 30-minute sprints over on Google Meet. Friday, I will be hosting our Zoom co-working from 1 until 2:30. Those are 2 30-minute sprints and some chitty chat. So again, starts at 1 p.m. These are all Eastern time, by the way. And then at 3 p.m., we have Twitch sprints with Autumn. I'm not sure she's doing those. So I think I'm going to drop those off of there because I'm not sure she's doing them. I need to check her Twitch page to see if she's actually been doing them because I haven't been in there. Anyway, Saturday, over on the Discord, James hosts the Saturday Discord sprints. They go from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. And then at 8 p.m., Autumn is supposed to be doing her Twitch sprints. But again, I'm not sure if she's doing them. Sunday morning, 10 a.m., Lisa Raby hosts our Sunday morning write-in on Google Meet from 10 a.m. until noon. In the event that she cannot make it, usually she lets us know sometime during the week. I don't know if she's let us know yet. But if she can't, then Dalen usually does it in the Discord. So you can do it either way. 3 p.m., Autumn's Twitch sprints are supposed to go on from 3 till 5. On Sunday evening at 7 p.m., we have our Zoom chat. We have a TWT writerly discussion. There is an event in the Facebook group, so if you're not part of the Facebook group and you want a vote in what we talk about on Sunday evening, please join the Facebook group, pop into the events tab, and vote on the topic or topics of your choice. It goes from 7 p.m. till about 8:30. We usually spend a little over an hour discussing whatever topic we vote on. And then we share good news, and which we always do when I have a thing on Zoom. We always share good news, and then we do the events again like this. So that's Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Monday I don't think Joe's doing his sprints. I still haven't checked with him. I've been saying this for 3 weeks, and I still haven't checked with him. But Anita has said that he hasn't been doing his sprint, so I'm not even going to mention it. But on Tuesday evening, I can't do it Tuesday evening. I can't do the reading thing on Tuesday evening because Amelia has her sprints from 7 till 9. So I'll have to figure that. I'll have to figure a different day out. Maybe I'll do it on Friday evenings. And then that brings us back around to next Wednesday, where we'll be doing this again at noon. Oh, actually, no, we won't, because isn't that Christmas? Yes, I think that's Christmas. Never mind. I'm not doing this. It's Christmas Eve. I'm going to be at my mom's. So we're not doing it next week. So I may end up doing a pop-up sprint in the evening or something, but we'll see. I'm not sure. It's going to depend. I think we're going over in the early afternoon. I'm not sure what time we're going over. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Let me scroll back. If you drink weed-infused tea, you hydrate. Okay, that's a good one. I'll give you that. Don't worry about it, Molly. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Ariel says, reading one of your books? No. Not one. I'm not going to read one. No, it's not me reading out loud. It's me. I'm wanting to read more. So I think if I set aside time, it's really just come, do whatever you want. We'll have sprints. But for me, they're going to be reading sprints. I'm just going to be sitting there reading on camera. I'm not going to be reading my books out or anything like that. Christina on YouTube says, we love reading sprints. I work on a spreadsheet we lovingly call the BookTube Bible, with all the sprints we can find, reading, writing, crafting, studying, etc. Ariel said, sad I missed the sex scenes conversation last week. Yeah, all of y'all, most of y'all who write romance and write sexy shit were not there. I was very annoyed with all of you. Beth wasn't there either, because you guys were in the same damn place. All right, clearly I'm going to have to take your schedule into consideration. Yeah, Anita's like, I think they all did because they were all at the same fucking place. Yeah, they were. I think that's the night of your in-person writing group, right? Molly says we are good sprinters. Let's see. Christina says I don't know your schedule, but for reading sprints, Thursday daytime in US and Saturday evenings can be sparse. Well, I sprint. I do writing sprints on Thursday, Wednesday, and Thursday from noon until 3 Eastern time. These are the writing sprints I do on Twitch and YouTube. So I'm thinking I can't do it Tuesday evenings. The only evenings I can do it is Monday evenings, but Kelly already does hers Monday. Hey, Christina, do you have your wonderful spreadsheet up? What time does she usually do those? If you could have a look at your handy dandy spreadsheet and let me know what time Kelly's usually are. Maybe I can do it before or after. Ariel says, yes, but I didn't go to that earlier. I was hosting a D&D game that night. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Also, for those who are indie authors particularly and are have published your work, I'm going to be opening my Conversation and a Cocktail signups, which is my show on the Go Indie Now network where I sit down with an indie creator and we discuss whatever the fuck comes up. We have a drink and we talk. You just never know what kind of shit we're going to talk about. So yeah. Let's see. Christina said, yes, I'm trying to make sure I get these on there. Thank you so much. You're awesome. But again, I'm not doing it next week because, Christmas. I will be on, I will probably be on both Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Because those are daytime. I don't know if I'm doing anything New Year's Eve night. I'm not sure. And New Year's Day, probably I'm going to be in. It depends. I have a friend who in the past has done gatherings on New Year's Day, but they've been going through some medical stuff and some financial stuff, and so I'm not sure if they're doing it this year, so we'll have to wait and see. Conversation and a Cocktail is always so fun. Yes, Rose, and I'm going to get to bring you on this year, especially. When we'll schedule you for December next year. Lectigal says, I want to finish my book first, of course, but once I do, I'm still looking for a publisher. And you may want to, Rose just got a publishing deal. Her agent just landed her a publishing deal. So, you want to hear more about that, post in the group and we talk about shit like that all the time. Ugh, it's time to stop typing. I feel you. Let's see. Kristen says, Time Pirates are Monday through Friday. Right. Her reading ones are 8 p.m. Eastern. And she goes probably 2 hours, something like that. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. Maybe I'll do it on a Sunday. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I could even do it maybe even on a Wednesday evening, except I think, no, Dalen does his Wednesday evening. It might be Friday evening. That may be when I do it. It may be Friday. All right, let us go raid. Let us go do the thing. Okay, so YouTube people, I love you. I'm so sorry you're not coming with us, but we do love you. But we're going to go ahead and raid for Twitch. So those of you who are with me, hang on a few more minutes so that we can go and raid JC. I think she's on a little break right now, which is awesome. That's perfect. Oh, Molly, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the schedule and figure out what's going on because obviously I don't want to step on Kelly's toes. But we'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here with me. I'm still getting the hang of having people on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me, especially with the technical difficulties. But we'll be back tomorrow at noon Eastern time, right back here. And we'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.